Mason Edwards grew up in Southern California. After his sophomore year of high school, he reached out to a junior college pitching instructor in Los Angeles named Josh Goosenbrown, now USC's Director of Player Development, looking for lessons. He had potential. He had a feel for pitching, but his fastball sat in the mid-70s. He did not profile as a surefire college recruit, let alone a first-round draft pick. He worked. He developed. He landed at USC, and his first 2 years were a grind. As a freshman, he posted a 7.88 ERA across 37 2/3 innings. A big roller coaster, as Edwards himself described it. Flashing good stuff one outing, struggling the next. The breakthrough came in the summer of 2024 in Bend, Oregon, playing for the Bend Elks of the West Coast League. The carefree environment of summer ball helped Edwards simplify his approach. He started throwing harder. His curveball started developing into something special. His sophomore year in 2025 showed real improvement. A 3.86 ERA with 46 strikeouts in 32 2/3 innings. Still inconsistent. Still a question mark in terms of draft stock. He was a top 90 prospect on most boards. A name to watch, not a name being circled. Then 2026 happened. What Mason Edwards has done in his junior season at USC is almost impossible to describe with stats, but the stats are pretty incredible too. He finished the regular season 8-0 with a 1.49 ERA in 84 1/3 innings. He leads the entire nation in strikeouts with 154, 29 more than the next closest pitcher in the country. He held opponents to a batting average of just 146. His whip was 0.95. He did not allow an earned run over his first 4 starts and gave up just 3 combined over his first 7. He struck out 16 batters in 1 outing against Iowa. He set the Big Ten single-season strikeout record in conference play, posting 113 strikeouts in just 10 conference starts. USC head coach Andy Stankovich put it simply in a Baseball America feature earlier this season. He said he watched Edwards strike out batter after batter in every scrimmage and just thought, either we can't hit a lick, or this kid is really pretty good. The answer was clear. Edwards was named the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, a unanimous All-Big Ten first-team selection. USC finished the regular season 42-14, 20-10 in conference play, and built a 32-1 record at the newly renovated Dido Field. The Trojans went into the Big Ten Tournament in Omaha as the 4th seed. Edwards started the quarterfinals against Michigan State, and the Trojans won 7-0. In the semifinals, USC faced number 1 ranked UCLA and fell 7-5 on a walk-off 3-run home run in the 9th inning. A tough ending. But it does not change what Edwards has built this season. USC is projected as a number 2 seed in the upcoming NCAA Regionals. The bracket is revealed May 25th. Regional play begins May 29th. And the Trojans have not been to Omaha since 2001. That drought may be coming to an end. So how does a pitcher who was sitting mid-70s in high school end up leading the country in strikeouts as a college junior? The fastball tells part of the story. Edwards now sits in the upper 80s to low 90s, touching 92. That is not elite velocity by draft standards. But what he does with it is elite. He generates great carry and rising life at the top of the zone. His extension out of his delivery makes the pitch appear faster than the radar gun suggests, and his ability to locate it precisely, up and away, in and out, is not something most pitchers his age possess. The curveball is his best pitch. He actually throws 2 different versions of it, one harder with more depth, one with more horizontal sweep. Baseball America has called it one of the best curveballs in the class. Scouts describe it as a true wipeout offering when it is on. It is the pitch that has generated the insane swing and miss rates. His combined secondary miss rate is 64%. He also throws a changeup in the 78 to 82 mile/hour range with solid fade that gives him a third legitimate weapon against left-handed and right-handed hitters alike. The thing that ties it all together is his pitchability. He understands how to sequence. He understands counts. He does not beat himself. Baseball America described him as not even a lock to go in the first round at the start of the spring. And now, a virtual lock to go inside the first 20 picks. That is one of the biggest climbs on any draft board this season. So where does Mason Edwards get drafted on July 11th and 12th? ESPN's Kylie McDaniel has him 20th overall in the most recent updated rankings. Baseball America's Mock Draft 3.0 notes, it would not be a surprise to see him come off the board earlier than that. Bleacher Report's latest mock, released this week, has him going inside the first round. MLB Pipeline's most recent mock from May 21st has him going 36th overall to the Philadelphia Phillies, though most evaluators believe that number significantly undersells his value given his season. Baseball America's April update showed him moving 8 spots, from 38th to 30th, before his best performances of the season even happened. His stock has only risen since. The conversation around Edwards in draft circles centers on the same question. Is the fastball enough at the professional level? It sits in the upper 80s to low 90s. In a draft class loaded with arms sitting 95 or better, that creates a range. Some boards have him in the top 15, some in the late 20s. The middle projection, top 20, feels most accurate given the full package. What is not debated is the curveball, the miss rate, the command, and the results. 154 strikeouts, 8 wins, a 146 batting average against Big Ten competition that includes programs like UCLA, Nebraska, and Michigan. If Edwards takes the mound in the NCAA Regional and delivers the version of himself that showed up all spring, he is going to be the first pitcher off the board in conversations. Subscribe for more college baseball and MLB draft content. Drop a comment below. Where do you think Mason Edwards gets drafted?